Jill Valentine is one of the characters from the Resident Evil game, and she's basically the tits in the film. The movie starts, Resident Evil Apocalypse begins where Resident Evil, the first film, ends, but it's very much a kind of film on its own. I mean, I hadn't seen the first film, or I wasn't familiar with the games, so I just read the script and was like, this is a wicked story, this is great, oh, who's Jill Valentine, she's brilliant, but she's a very sort of tough, sexy cop. She's like all miniskirt and big guns and lots of flirting. I just really liked the story. I thought the story was brilliant. Anything where you've got this big kind of multinational global corporation that decides it can do whatever it wants with no kind of heed or care for humanity or the people, residents of the city that they decided to destroy, needs to be kind of shouted at or railed against. And to play the character that does the shouting and the railing against is really good fun. The brilliant thing about sort of running around in a tiny miniskirt and a boob tube and a big gun is you never get to do it in real life because you just feel silly, but she's nailed. She's really, really hard. I mean, she can like hit anything between the eyes in a sort of 100-yard radius and wears whatever she wants and is the perfect person equipped to deal with the environment that she's in. And you get to shoot loads of things and kill them, but they're not people. They're zombies, and they're really scary, so it's all right. Well, I had 2 weeks to get ready, and I used to do lots of target shooting. Used to do triathlon and stuff like that, and my brother teaches martial arts, so I'd done lots of Hapkido, and that was all very helpful. But it took a long time to learn how to walk in a miniskirt. That was hard.
Is that costume exactly conducive to fighting?
Well, it was like, right, what kicks can you do? Steve Lachesky, the stuntman, was like, right, what can you do? I'm like, well, I can do kicks, but I'm wearing a really short skirt. Right. Punches, then. Okay. So I just spent 2 weeks getting arm muscles and learning how to do punches and get really good with the gun. And the graveyard scene was brilliant. I mean, I've never done anything like this, and I'd always wanted it to be, you know, not just let's have a story for the sake of a story and some zombies we can kill. It's like, you know, it's a lovely sort of political little parable, but the graveyard scene was fantastically exciting because it's like proper action scene, and you've got like 15 movements and things to do and like people to hit and punch and kick and hit the ground and kick around there, and it was like, oh, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Best part of the film for me. Mila's very much, she's been sort of messed with on a genetic level and has these superhuman powers that she's learning about and is very unsure of herself and what she's going through. So she's kind of very much in a kind of adolescent stage, whereas my character's kind of really got her head screwed on, but doesn't have the physical abilities that Mila's character does. And the two of them kind of meet on the middle in this kind of very tentative mutual respect thing. And it's fantastic to have two female action heroes that, you know, Jill's very human and I think very identifiable, and Mila's just a superstar and fantastic and amazing and mind-blowingly brilliant at everything she does and a lovely person. But it's just so encouraging for girls or women to go, oh, I could do that. I could actually train for a bit and do that. And I think it's really encouraging. I think it's a really good message to send out, and I like it. This motorbike comes tearing through the window, and the next thing that Mila does is this fantastic wire work. We do 3 or 4 takes, and she comes off, and her arms are ripped to shreds, and the skin's all come off, and she's like bleeding, and we're going, have you rehearsed that? I'm saying. She's like, no. Oh, okay. I better be really good then. She's just incredibly brave and incredibly inspiring, and watching some of the fight sequences in real life during the film was terrifying because she does every single movement and she knows how to do it and she's brilliant, and you watch the film and you don't quite get the full impact of how brilliant she is, but I think just the fear of the situations that the characters are put in, plus the abilities that, you know, Mila's fighting abilities, and it's a really, really wonderful film. I'm really proud of it. When you go to the movies and you want to watch a movie, you want to be scared, you want to be made to jump out of your seat, you want to have something that doesn't stop, doesn't get boring, doesn't let you down, and is all full-on bang-bang stuff. with, you know, the story and the characters, and it's got everything that you want from a movie when you go to the movies and you've got your popcorn. It's like, entertain me now. All right, brilliant. That's what it does. And, you know, it's wonderful to have... I've just watched the film Dead Man's Shoes, which is one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen, but I'd rather watch it at home on the sofa. I mean, it's wonderful to see on a big screen, the cinematography is beautiful, but when you go to the movies and you're, like, out on a night out, that's what you want. You want proper entertainment where the good guys win, the bad guys are troublesome, and there's scary stuff, and the action doesn't stop, and it keeps going, and that's what a movie should do. It should entertain, so I feel proud to be in it.